This is flying. We are already 42 minutes. We're running through people. We're trying to keep it. Are you guys having fun?
Yeah.
I think it's about time to bring up this crazy cat right here in the third row, Mr. Craig Diamond Guy. Craig, once again,
Show off.
running from a hurricane
Yeah.
to make it here.
You can mark MAES and hurricanes together.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. All the way from Florida, right off the cruise ship with 30-foot waves recently. I saw on social media.
25 footers. Yeah, 25 footers and 50-mile-an-hour winds.
No thanks.
On a small ship.
No thanks. No thanks. What did you do wrong?
I did.
What did you do wrong?
I did everything right. I didn't have to work that night. Am I right?
Do you have those stories of the equipment rolling? Like,
No,
there was a
you know
Goldfinger
what?
and Dove said they were in the illusions and they remember like dancing and.
Oh, yeah. Well, my wife, there have been, over the years, a couple times between cube zag or origami, where I'm turning and all of a sudden I turn back and the prop is starting. When you learn to put locking wheels on the props. So it only takes one locking wheel, but after you almost lose something, And
it's the woman that writes the bills and pays the paycheck and cooks the dinner. You don't want her out of commission.
a long time ago, we were doing a microphone suspension, instead of the broomstick suspension. We had a nice owner's unit. It was a beautiful unit, and we would often do it surrounded. In the venues we could do that piece almost surrounded in a 360 situation. And we were in some rough seas one night, and I would just take my wife up into the top position, let her go, and come around, come underneath of her, take my bow, and like this, and I turn around to go like this, and if I'm going like this, the ship is doing this, and she starts coming out.
Oh, no.
And I don't need to explain what happens if you come out over the base of this. So as she was swinging and I'm doing this, I allow her feet to swing just into my hand, all right? And then I just did a 360 around with her, the whole way around. Sorry, all right, did a 360 around, and it looked like it was part of the show. To the point it looked so good, I thought, well, that's a keeper. My wife had another version of that, all right? So it was not a keeper. So now the nice thing is generally, when you're in really rough seas, when you're doing the illusions, you don't get the call, all right, because of that situation. However, in the cruise industry, now, I retired the big show years ago, so I fly in and out. I'm always crazy, insane schedule of in and out, but it's a smaller show. So that makes it a little easier in that sense, that you're not doing all the big stuff and flying around. However, what that means is when there are the rough, so I'm not doing the big stuff. I don't have the excuse to say, gee, it's not safe to bring the big stuff out tonight. So on a night when the singers and dancers and there's a big production show going on, or there's a concert pianist, a big name performing, they've got to roll that grand piano out on the stage, and if the ship's doing this, the grand piano will want to do this, so that means that guy can't work that night. And if the ship's doing this, and the production singers and dancers are performing that night, and the ship's doing this and this, it means the dancers can't work that night. So who gets the call? I've learned to, I know when everyone's taking Dramamine, I look out the window and it's the 30-footers and winds, don't answer the phone. So, and unfortunately the last trip I had recently, I did 3 days in a row. I mean, there aren't many people that have material that go out and do 3 days in a row. But I did my usual scheduled show, all right? And the next day we were off of Kodiak, Alaska, and we were in very, very heavy weather, and it was supposed to be a production show. Did my show the night before, not an issue, but we were taking some rough ones the next day, production show. It's not safe to put the singers or dancers on. Also concert pianists, they can't move the piano. I was out of my room, not answering the phone. I knew what was happening, and they tracked me down. So then I worked that night.
So they don't want the singers and dancers hurt, but Craig.
That's it. Throw the magician on. Literally, throw him on.
So 3 3 nights. Did you do shows 3 nights, or did you do comedy? Did you do your show, and then you do your Houdini lecture? What did you do those 3
No,
nights?
I did three different nights of comedy magic. Yeah. Which is too much, but I don't care if you're Elvis. You don't want to see Elvis every night. You don't love Elvis, but Lovey Tender gets tired after every night. So, but yeah, so the three different. Now it's what
What they want.
It's what I get a call. For the cruise directors, all right, Craig, it's either you or we're putting the movie Black Panther on, and the hotel manager really doesn't want to put Black Panther on, it's you. So that's where I rate. Craig Diamond or Black Panther. I don't let it go to my head.
That's a multi-million-dollar blockbuster movie. Or Craig Diamond. I think that's pretty good.
I remember the third night that I'm on, okay, and I ride well. I don't get, it doesn't bother me, I'm a pretty experienced cruiser over the years, so I ride the waves, but this was getting a little rough. And the stage has gotten so high tech, they don't have curtains on the stage anymore. You don't have a back wall of curtain, you don't have wings of curtain. Everything is now LED screen. So you're able to choose whatever your stage looks like. You can have a beautiful theatrical red curtain, you can have a star curtain behind you, you can look like you're on the beach. It is just amazing. But still, it's not curtains. So these LED walls are about this thick. And I remember the cruise director went out on the third night, and she's talking before then. And I'm literally standing, and it's getting me. The motion's starting, and the sweat's starting, okay? And the sweat's starting to come off the nose and drip. And I remember I'm leaning up, because the only thing that was cold was that LED screen. About me. And I'm just laying there, like that. And the stage manager's standing, he says, Craig, are you all right? And I said, 2 words. He says, what? I said, Black Panther.
Check us out online at wesiseli.com and patreon.com/Wes_Iseli for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled WESISELI.